big stride forward from Smriti Mandhana, and it's just a case of ensuring that she made good contact with the ball.
Don't you see batters sometimes overcommit against spin? The best thing about, or one of the features of her batting is she reacts quite late, which means she doesn't have too many thoughts in her mind with regards to a premeditated shot. Once again, a bit of a fumble. West Indies can ill afford things like that because they did that during the T20 series too.
We're talking about that aspect of Smriti Mandhana's batting. Whenever she generally drives, it's a stride which enables her to retain her balance. It's not too big a stride, and at the same time it's not too short a stride as well, wherein she's getting underneath the ball and playing lofted shots.
Four gone, 14 without loss. A sedate start. It's not the frenetic starts which you expect in T20s. 4 overs have been bowled. Yenda Dotty. Here we've highlighted the kind of run she has been having. Composure at the deep crease.
And also adding to a repertoire of strokes have helped her as well, because she started playing a lot more shots on the onside of late. It's so interesting that batters tend to add more shots to their repertoire. They tend to sacrifice a few shots as well. It's all a question of where they are at in their career and what it is that they're doing at the moment. Sport is always about what it is that you can do, not even today, tomorrow. That's what it's all about. So they tend to make adjustments all the time.
And I guess it's about that balance as well, just knowing which shots to use, which possibly you need to improve on. You mentioned she's worked on that offside, on that onside play, but she hasn't lost a touch on that offside play.
Will be called a wide. Hey, what do you think West Indies' approach will be in this ODI series, having lost that T20s? They were good when they were good in that second game, exceptionally good in fact. But they repeated or committed the same mistakes between T21 and T23, Stacey. So coming into this format, what do you think the chat would have been?
I think most definitely the areas that they bowled, because if you look at those T20 matches, they were all high-scoring games. So runs wasn't an issue. Runs wasn't the problem. A number of different players would have put their hands up as well, including Chanel Henry, who isn't featured in today's match. And I just think the areas, their plans when it came to the length that they wanted to bowl, they erred in it, and they were punished. And so I think it's a matter of adjusting and trying to just be more consistent. It's 50 overs of cricket.
Outside edge, just made the change before that delivery, bringing deep square into the circle and pushing the fielder from point to deep point. Another aspect which both teams will be looking at is their fielding, especially the catching. been pretty ordinary right through the T20 series.
Not actually in control of that shot. Smriti Mandana, she is playing a bit tad late there on that occasion.
Yeah, a few changes being made. Obviously, it's left and right-handed batters in the middle.
The first time Pratika Rawal is getting to face Deandra Doughton. She's only faced 5 deliveries so far in the 5 overs that have been bowled. Nicely negotiated. 16 without loss. It's the ODI, so the sessions are slightly different. The first innings will be from 13:30 to 16:40 Indian Standard Time. Then there's an interval of half an hour, 16:40 to 17:10, and then the second innings will start at 17:10. They're just coming into this ground or driving into the ground, the expanse around it. As soon as you drive in, just the expanse of it, and also how sprawling it is, WE.
Yeah, this is a magnificent facility, this lovely stadium, huge capacity as well. Yes, it's a bit of distance to travel to get here, and I'm sure to watch an exciting game of cricket. People won't mind. In there, that eludes Kelly Matthews and goes down to the boundary. A lucky one this was Smriti Mandana. But the intent was there. She was looking to club it down the ground, but it was on the other side of the ball that she was aiming for. And it went on the inside half of the bat.
They're just closing the face of the bat a bit too early. They sort of tugged it into the leg side. A chance gone miss.
Do you expect any turn for the spinners from the surface, WE?
It depends on the speeds at which the spinners bowl. It won't be prodigious turn. There'll be an hint of deviation, if at all.
Nicely stopped. Yeah, there was a hint of turn there. Maybe with the angle.
She's been great, Nick, right through this year. And she was at a test against South Africa. We are talking about her having brought in a few shots into her repertoire, especially on the onside. There you see an array of them, of course, through the offside. She'll always be in full flow. That was a delightful century from her.
A bit too much, too straight, and then the ball maybe turning a bit. That will have to be re-bowled by Hayley Matthews. She's hardly had any strikes. She's only seen a senior compatriot bat at the other end, Pratika Rawal.
I like that lag when she's releasing the ball, which is what is enabling her to make the ball deviate. Of course, Murali Karthik, you'll know what it's all about.
Yeah, she's got a very repeatable action. When you look at some of the spin, think of Sophia Eccleston, Hayley Matthews. Strong appeal, called a wide. Shemini Campbell was the only one appealing there. But nothing posted. Ash Gardner got some wonderful actions which allow them to do what you are talking about, Louis, getting that action which is quite repetitive and getting the ball to go like that. That's a proper seam position for an off spinner. Getting extra bounce on a black soil surface.
Oh, yes!
Nicely bowled once again. 23 without loss. Opponents she loves. One is South Africa, England, yes, and then West Indies. Stacey?
This was the second to last ball of the previous delivery. Shameen Campbell just thinking that there was an edge, but there actually was. But that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is, because now you look at it, she can see the giant screen, I suppose. She's having a chuckle there. The skipper stood next to her. And if she was so confident, why couldn't she coax her into taking that review? Slice of luck for the debutante.
Feeling for it, the left-hander. That into the gap.
And you can feel for Hayley Matthews as the captain just possibly thinking that she's only got 2 reviews. With everything that's happening, is it a chance that she wants to take so early? But seeing that on the big screen, well, she'll be disappointed that she didn't. Shameen Campbell was adamant that there was an edge.
She needs to work on her convincing powers, Stacey.
After all, she is the vice captain of this team, so it should go for something.
So you're saying instead of just being a best keeper, she has to become a best-selling keeper, is it?
Yeah, when you're going for a review, it's the wicket keeper, isn't it? We're looking at the wicket keeper as a skipper, as a team, and if you've got it and if you're convinced, well dug out, good delivery from Deandra Doughton. So you need to be able to convince your own skipper if you're the second in charge.
Now, this is something that I absolutely love about Richard Gosh, because once she believes that it has been nicked, she goes up and she goes to the captain immediately. Another look at just brushing the glove.
In all this, let's not forget it was the skipper who was bowling herself. Daddy, as a bowler, I've never seen you keep quiet, even if there's a fair distance between the ball and the bat.
I think you're trying to cook up a story here. The good try, but this was in real time. Pretty confident. Umpire Kannur Swarupanan thought it was a wide. She comes, she talks to her captain, but somehow couldn't get her to review it. So 7 have been bowled, India 26 without loss.
West Indies will be pleased with the start, especially with the ball. 26 without loss. Yes, Smriti Mandhana is batting at 20. They're still not off the mark in a flash or off the blocks. that they would have thought in this first one-day international. The back of a marvelous year from Smriti Mandhana. She started well, 20 of 32. Another debutant, another young player for India, Pratika Raval. But as Shivani and Joy join me in the commentary box, one thing is of note here is that Hayley Matthews has had a good impact so far with the ball. Good afternoon all.
Absolutely, she's keeping it tight. 3.3 overs in. She's only conceded 14 runs. I count only one boundary. And that was enough as chance as well. The field she's bowling to the right-hander, just the two fielders outside on the leg side, inside the power play, of course. But Pratika Raval as well an opportunity here, a debutante. Most of the deliveries she's faced has been against Hayley Matthews, and she's been able to keep her quiet as well.
Good run. Well adjusted as well, Pratika Raval.
Hint of spin over there. Be interesting to see. Sort of a sedate start, especially after the T20 series. Just goes to show when they will just step on the accelerator.
Nice stop again. Active rush, active rush. Campbell is interested. Eloise is just going to seek assistance from the TV umpire here.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for a run out at the wicketkeeper's end. Can you give me the best side on angle, please? Goes into the keeper's end, fairly collected. Batter is made good back around. Thank you. I am ready with my decision for the big spin.
28 without loss in there. An angle from the end, Dawkins round the wicket to Smriti Mandhana. She went with that in the T20 as well. As Pratika Raval, of course, in the last over, the last ball, had a close shave, full stretch, making sure that she's reached safely. That angle again, Joy and Shivani, with a slip and a gully to the left-hander. In T20, she changed it as well. She went over the wicket to get that angle going. Today, we haven't seen that shift from Dottin.
Initially, she was cutting the ball away from the left-hander as well. So then that brings the slip and gully into play. She's keeping that 7-2 field to Smriti Mandhana. But yes, into her fifth over. Maybe to make something happen and bring that slip and gully more into play. The angle away from a right arm over may have been beneficial.
Smriti generally loves it over there. The only difference from the T20 is that she hasn't gone over the top. Because with the ring field and the offside, there aren't too many gaps for you to pierce. It's difficult. And generally, if this was a T20 game, if she hits a couple of balls to the fielder and the offside, she'll go over the top. That option she hasn't taken today because of the length of the game.
Yeah, would you be surprised with the 37 dots that India has played so far? And the balls seem to be coming nicely onto the bat, not much of lateral movement.
I would have expected her to go over the top. Because sometimes that's the only option you have. If they're being accurate enough and you're not being able to pierce the field, which is not an easy thing to do in the first place, one or two over the top, which is something that she's very good at, is a very good option because then one fielder goes back and there's a little bit of gap that's created.
It does feel like she's kind of cut out the risk coming from the T20 series into the 50 overs. So she's really controlling the number of balls she's chasing outside that off stump as well. She's left a lot of deliveries, especially from Deandra Doughton, although they may have been in her hitting arc in the T20 game. And as the innings progresses, I'm sure she will start going with those shots as well.
Just to total this one, 9 gone India, 30 for none.
It's been a solid start from Team India. They haven't lost a wicket yet. 30 runs on the board. India squad for this ODI series.
Yeah, just from a conversation with the last over, it just felt, somewhere you got to take those chances now. Because this is a longer game, maybe she's just delaying that. A very strong squad. Good to see the skipper back for India. But a misfield over there. The fielding has been a bit of an issue for the West Indies in the T20s, and they would like to really correct that in the one-dayers.
No, that's poor. That's poor cricket. Hayley Matthews of the West Indies team in totality will not appreciate this. From Alia Alain. She's a senior player. She's a seasoned campaigner. Not an easy position to field.
Oh, yeah!
But you will know that the ball changes the line when you're fielding it short square or deep square, and especially with how Matthews has been bowling.
And often that's on the second bounce, the spin. Here's the first one, here's the second one, and then the turn happens. So often, sometimes the fielders just see the first bounce and figure that it's going to be a straight one, and then for some strange reason, oh, it's beautifully bowled. That's missed everything. The soft spinner is the light, but just missing the stumps.
Goodbye signal by the umpire, but what a cracker of a delivery. Hayley Matthews, we've already mentioned, has been bowling well. The rhythm is good. The trajectory of her deliveries have been exceptional as well. Nicely tossed up. That back pad gap through the gate. A little too much turn on that occasion, missing the stumps completely. But 4 runs added to the total. Oh, he's dead!
So there is a little bit of turn in this deck, provided we can toss it up in the air. Enough revolutions. It's pretty simple. The slower you bowl, the more the revolutions, the more the chances of the ball spinning. And that one, like you rightly said, too much spin, a little less spin, that was crashing onto the stumps.
Chance, chance. Floored again. Afi Fletcher, the culprit for the West Indies this time. Pratika Rawal gets a reprieve, 40 with that loss.
Creating another chance here, Hayley Matthews, Pratika Rawal feeling the pressure. She's been out there for a while, 22 deliveries for 4. But hard hands of Aki Fletcher.
Real hard hands over there. And Pratika must be feeling the heat of seeing her partner at the other end, cruising 27 of 38. And she'd probably thinking that if I was going maybe at about 60 strike rate, the run rate would probably be about 5. So, somewhere, I know on debut, a lot of thoughts coming in, but after a while, you feel the heat.
Chamelia Connell, another seam bowler. And you got to understand that she's playing her first game. She's braved through the Hayley Matthews over. And then on the last ball, thinks, well, I can't get to the pitch of the ball. I must bail myself out of this. Offers a chance to Aki Fletcher. That's exactly what a captain would be feeling. Twice in the over.
What you're generally told in the coaching camp is the moment the ball hits the hand while you're taking a catch, the hand has got to sort of go down and not just stay there or go up. In this case, if you see her hands, it just comes and hits it rock hard. And look how far it's bounced out after hitting the hand. That is what they call hard hands. And the best of them will see the moment the ball hits the palm, the hand goes in like a shocker.
Finds the fielder in Kiana Joseph Ahmed with it. Just looking at that attempt again, as you mentioned, her hands at the height of the beak of her cap, but they haven't come down to cushion the impact as the ball comes down. Ideally, you'd want it to be around chest high by the end of the catch. Fantastic stop at point.
Shivani, shades of brilliance. And then absolute dollies going down. How do you rate or probably fail that this is the West Indies fielding side which has just missed 2 simple, straightforward chances? One a catch, one a boundary in the previous over, and now this.
Hopefully, the rest of the fielders will be inspired by the stops that Deandra Tottenham and Kiana Joseph has made. They have been diving around, but unfortunately, the crucial moments are so important. A catch is such a crucial moment. Someone who's batting on 4, Pratika Rawal on debut, you don't want to give her too many reprieves. And someone like Aki Fletcher, extremely experienced as well. You don't quite expect that from someone as experienced as her.
That'll be a boundary to Smriti Mandana.
That is the class of Smriti Mandana. She is just carrying on from where she left off in the T20s. Little bit short, just rocks back and hikes that over mid-wicket. All she has to do is get over the circle, and the rest will be taken care of by this lightning outfield.
46 without loss.
first ODI against the West Indies at Vadodara. First and over, yielding 40 runs. A chance missed. The keeper was convinced, but Lily Matthews wasn't. And then an opportunity went to begging Nadafi Fletcher. Went with hard hands on that one. The good thing for Team India, no wickets lost in that power play.
They had a little bit of a time, Smriti Mandana and Kritika Rawal in the centre. And most youngsters. And it's natural to have those nerves going through.